We're seeing the devastation. We're seeing the devastation because, according to the reports, it's a couple million mothers and children who are about to go very hungry, which is weird because aren't the Republicans the pro-life family party? Isn't that what they say? And they say that they're the party of family values. Well, oddly enough, their family values are really out of step with actual family needs because, according to CNN, millions of moms and young kids could lose access to women's, infant, and children's food assistance, that's the WIC program, within the next 2 weeks because of the shutdown. The article interviews so many people, and one of the things I love that CNN did was they talked to families, not just single mothers, even though single mothers make up a significant portion of the people who receive WIC, but we also recognize that in this society, if you're a single mother, you're looked down upon, particularly if you're a black single mother. So they talked to a lot of married couples who work, who both parents work, but even though both parents work, they still don't have enough money to meet their nutritional needs in their household. Now, they did not ask any of these families who they voted for. I think had they asked that, it would have really helped to drive the point home. But basically, we meet Barbie Anderson, who, according to CNN, is, quote, trying to conserve the milk her 3 young children drink in case she doesn't get her WIC benefits in October 15th as scheduled. Though Anderson and her husband both work, you heard that? Anderson and her husband both work. They have, quote, depended on the federal food assistance program to stretch out their grocery budget since their older son was born 9 years ago. They have been on women, infant, and children's food support assistance since their first child was born 9 years ago. They currently have a 3-year-old, so they're still able to be covered by the program. Though both Anderson and her husband work, they have been so poor that their needs have grown. WIC, they say, benefits their 3-year-old son, who now and because of those benefits, they are now able to purchase oranges and orange juice, which the family considers vital to strengthening their children's immune system so they don't have to go to the doctor, because going to the doctor is prohibitively expensive. And she says, we don't have the money to buy milk, eggs, and everything that the kids need right now, says Anderson, who works in billing part-time while her husband works in a lumberyard. I bet you Barbie would probably be working full-time, but childcare is very expensive. And because Barbie doesn't live in New Mexico or another Democratic-led state where they are trying to funnel resources and funding into childcare, it would probably cost her too much money to go to work full time because they would have to pay for full-time childcare. And she says, we've always struggled. Even though her husband works in a lumberyard and she has this part-time job, we've always struggled, but now we struggle even more to try to make it. And according to the report, Barbie and a whole lot of other people who are struggling right now and are struggling a whole lot more are going to experience a whole lot more pain because WIC is about to run out of money.